good afternoon to all my loyal viewers and subscribers. Today is March 26, 2022 at about 7 p.m. my time. I don't know what time it is where you are around the world, but I wanted to know that we support the police force in reading the Society of Crime in Jamaica and Criminal Police. As you know, this channel, we do not support or love the criminal police. We always burn them out. So I have read here, in the Gleaner, the police force has arrested and charged some members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force of being gang members. And the leader of this gang, the Ranko gang based in Clarendon, is Constable Tafari Silvia. I have two photographs of Constable Tafari Silvia that I won't post it on it, but I don't want to compromise the police investigation because I don't know if he is going on any identification corridor or not, because by doing that you'll be compromising the case. So I have to think about that as a former investigator and detective of the Jamaican Constabulary Force. You understand? So Constable Tafari Silvia, who was stationed at St. Andrew South Division, where I used to work, I can say that I am not surprising of what is happening in the police force in Jamaica, as it has to do with culture and mindset of the Jamaican people. Some police officers are saying that it's because they are not paying the police officers a good salary, that's why they are resorting to criminal activities. I can tell you, in the early 1990s, even when I joined the police force, I didn't know how much money I was getting. The reason why I joined the police force is because of the love for it. So when people are talking about money, the police force is a career, is a service to the country. You understand? So if you join the police force and expect to get rich, you're in the wrong career. You understand? The police force is poor people's children, the way to, for them to take themselves out of poverty. But some people use it as a way to make money and become rich. So that's how you have gang members. So some of these police officers that you're going to see here on the during the videos, some of these police officers, they're real gang members, they have their own gangs. Even in the police force are gang members of some sort, you understand what I'm saying? But I want you to listen to this detective and what he has to say about the criminals who are running the gangs in the police force, because it's not the little constables in it. So listen to this, man.
Let me tell you something, Chris. We all know this, Christopher Porter. And you know this more than anybody else too. And bad Indian and every real shot of police in the room. A real hard-working police, good police know this. This gang where them talk about in the organization. We all know, say, I don't know, constable run it. We know, say, I don't know, constable run it, We know that. A little foot soldier them that get catch. We know, say, any gang like that farm in a force. Big rank there behind that. Manipulate them little soldier there. We all know that. And I don't know it a go on. A long time it a go on, Bridget. There and we see that. A long time it a go on. From extortion to robbery to murder. Pay for murder, that a go on long time, and we see that a go on long time. Sometimes them recruit you and you not even know, so you get recruited. Cause you're willing for work and you want to do certain things, and you do this and get at them days go right up. Man go to the road and man a get dash way and wow, man a collect money and I send go look for wanted when man not even wanted. We know that long time, say a long time them thing a go on, Chris. So them use some good soldier to do some wrong thing. And when you realize what really a go on and take yourself out of them burn you out and write you off. But let me tell you this, bro. I don't know constable thing, I don't know corporal thing a go on. A big head, you have a man in charge of that, we have some high rank. I tell you that. He commands so much little constable and corporal or whatever them name. So the man who get catch right now, a foot soldier. But right now, I don't lie. I rejoice over the thing. Because of them nastiness then of the force. I dead them for dead. This is what I say, I dead them for dead. A gunshot them did forget. Them forget gunshot. Police like those, all corruption, all nastiness. They are a gunshot them forget, Chris. Nothing else.
Yes, so now that you have listened to this police detective and he's telling you nothing but the truth and the whole truth about how gangs work in the police force. You have to understand that these young leaders in the police force, these are people who are in the hierarchy of the police force who can provide coverage. Like the man in the middle that you're looking at right now, Derek, Clapping Night, Horsemouth, Cowboy Night. He can tell you about coverage because he has enjoyed coverage from his days at Unspear. I don't know if he had enjoyed it when he was at CIB headquarters, but more or less. But I can tell you, every time this man commits crimes of dishonesty, well, I'm talking about crimes, and I'm not talking about policing. I'm talking about crimes that have financial proceeds for him and his handlers up there by Old Hope Road, Old Hope Road. You understand? That's where his handlers are. So this man was so powerful as a gang leader that he was able to even get special anti-crime task force scrap. You understand? You can look right there. Harry Daly, we used to work with him at Unspear, and Renita Adams. So don't think that all of these guys that people revere, police will kill it for them, because these people are people who are well loved by police and even by people. You understand? But that's how it is in the police force. I have read in the newspaper and the various media houses in Jamaica, police force have arrested and charged some members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force for being a gang leader, a member of the Ranco gang base in Clarendon, and its leader is Constable Tafara Silvera, who was stationed at St. Andrew South Division, where I used to work. And I can say that it is not surprising what is happening in the police force and Jamaica, as it has to do with culture and the mindset of the Jamaican people. So the same mindset that the Jamaican people have, these are the same people that you're recruiting in the police force. So if people have this mindset of getting rich by any means necessary, they're gonna do all kind of things. Trust me, they're going to rob, they're going to extort, they're going to collect money, from murder to kill people and all kind of things. Yes, these are things that happen in the police force. You have a lot of rogue police officers and they have protection, you understand, because when they go outside of the police force and commit all their crimes, they have people who are there looking out for them. So that's how it is, you understand. So I am going to tell you, my audience, about some of these real gangsters, police who are gang leaders in the police force. Like Derek Horsemouth, Cowboy Night, has his own gang. And his sidekick was a guy named Anthony Roberts, who died a few years ago. And they were best friends. I don't know what Roberts did to him, Anthony Roberts, but he just discarded him like waste. That's how these people are. They use and abuse people. So Roberts have done so many things with him, so many shenanigans. What should I say? Allegedly dishonest deeds of what involve financial gains, and he just discard Roberts like that. We have been dealing with we as Jamaicans have been dealing with corrupt police officers in the police force for decades. It goes way back from in the 70s. Some police officers are making excuse why these police officers are involved in crimes and trying to justify the same because of low wages. And that is just nonsense, straight nonsense and baloney. You understand? Because I can tell you that I used to station. When I joined the police force, I didn't even know how much money I was getting, because I went while in 1986 August, when I went to do the test. I was still in high school. I went there, did the test, passed it, flying colors, and I did the interview, and In 1987, I went to training school as a police cadet, and I spent, you know, close to a year. Then, you know, I sworn on as police officer. Didn't care about the salary, didn't care about the money. Only wanted to be a police officer, detective. Want to be somebody like a Tom Levine. They were thinking about this job gonna get me rich, but most of these police officers who are joining the force now, they don't have any loyalty to the constitution of the people of Jamaica. They're only in it for what they can make, because they have seen a lot of crooked police, criminal police in their community when they were growing up, and they know, and they have intimate knowledge of these police officers committing crimes, robbery, extortion, and all kind of things, just like the common people. But these police are so feared that people would not even report them. Who are you going to report them to? Because the same people you're going to report them to, these are their handlers. So you, the person who being extorted, you might get killed. You understand? So that's how it is. You know, I am not going to make any excuse for any police who are thieves. Period. I hate thief in police, and I hate criminal police. I don't like them. I hate them with a passion. No police that's supposed to be robbing people of them goods or extort them of money or anything like that. It's simple. Police can make money, and you can make money the legal way without resorting to criminal activities. You understand? So all these excuses about low wages and stuff like that, that has nothing to do with it. It's a mindset. If you are a corrupted person, it's easy for people to corrupt you. You understand? So, you know, what happened, you know, in the police force, you know, some of these gazette officers, you know, like even the great Harry Bongos that you're looking at, they say that he is a member of the Clansman Gang in Spanish Town. You know, so they're saying that Harry Bongos he's a Clansman police officer. Or is it lie? So that is, you know, the verdict out there, and the people in De La Vega City and where the Clansman Gang originate from, they can, you know, elaborate on it, you know. So when you have within the police force, who recruits the young police officers, the dons, and recruit the young police officers, and sometimes seasoned police officers who are corrupt and are members of these gangs. Some of these gang leaders are high-ranking police officers who have the utmost respect from their juniors and have great influence over them, and will do anything to be in their company, because these high-ranking police officers have powers and are feared by criminals and the likes. And these police officers, even police officer, will kill for them. That's how they revere them. Like Harry Bongos, Derek Cowboy Knight, Horsemouth Knight, men like Delroy Hewitt, but, you know, hard worker Donovan O'Connor, Renita Adams. Welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel, where an experienced and certified detective of the Jamaica Constabulary Force is about to educate you with facts and not propaganda or hyperbole for the government or its minions. I hate criminals with a passion and their supporters. I do believe that every criminal must live in fear for their lives and not the law-abiding citizens. I do believe in preemptive strikes against criminals. There are no such thing names extrajudicial killings, and it should be called, and it must be called, self-defense, because you are preventing the suspect from carrying out his actions of killing other citizens. You know, if you have been watching and following up with the news, you would have known that CTAC has arrested and charged with corruption, attempted murder of a witness, of or very close to some police officer. This man was in a part of the gang. So as you had heard before, you know, what the learning detective has said, which is true about police officers recruiting other police officers. So, you know, this well-trained detective who's experienced and has many interactions with senior police officers who have tried to recruit him, me, and others to commit crimes on their behalf, so that they can make money to extort, rob, and deprive citizens of their rights. You understand? So you're looking at the photographs of former senior police officers of the Jamaican Constabulary Force, who are considered as gang leaders in the police force, who at times operated outside the scope of the laws of Jamaica and have enriched themselves because of the office that they held and used it to their benefits. Some members were in the police force and at leadership levels that are very sensitive, and they use it to benefit themselves. You have 5 famous police officers: Renita Adams, Derek Arsmouth, Clappy, Cowboy Knight, Harry Bungus Daly, Donovan Ox O'Connor, and Delroy Hewitt. Yeah, Delroy Hewitt, you understand. Some police officer will kill you for these men, not because they are role models, but because of the influence that they have on some members who are blinded by loyalty to these men and not the rule of law in Jamaica. So 2 of these men, it is rumored that they are members of the Clansman Gang based in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. When they were in Spanish Town, the Clansman Gang grew exponentially under their watch and became more powerful than any other criminal gangs in Jamaica. These police officers, it is rumored, were in the pocket of the late Donovan Bulby Bennett's pocket, who was the gang leader until his death. He was more beneficial to them, these police officers, alive than dead. They never tried to arrest him because he was a known PMP LGBTQ plus activist and murderer and a killer. One of these high-ranking police officers, one of them, in the early 1990s, tried to recruit me and others to kill a drug dealer based in Miami, Florida, and his headquarters in Waterhouse, Penwood Drive. And the drug dealer name is Ian Masco, a gangster. It was an intervention by one of the most astute, observant and articulated police officer why I did not fall in that trap. So that's how a lot of police officers get caught up, because you have these police officers who have influence. So police always, and they know how to use what you call it, cherry tricks to catch you as police too. You will get vehicle, bike or whatever, and you as a young police are energetic and stuff. You're glad to be around people like these, because they know a lot of people, but most of the people that these police officers know, some of these people are criminals, You understand what I'm saying? But these are people, they are criminals, but they're upstanding citizens too. The police force always has alleged gangsters in uniform, and most of them have political coverage because they are doing what the party's leadership and top brass wanted them to do. That is why a gang like Clansman Gang was able to wreak havoc on the people of Spanish Town, St. Catherine and its environments. Guess what? There are known members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, past and present, who are members of this gang because they are making money from the same poor people that they claim to love. Renita Adams has this gang of police officers who are loyal to him and him alone, and damn the Jamaica Constitution, because he has coverage from the top political leadership, and even at times boasts. Even at times Renita Adams would boast about him having access to then Prime Minister PJ Patterson, would call him on the cell phone at times. Do you believe that he's a member of the Clansman Gang? Yeah, if Renita Adams is a member of the Clansman Gang, willingly or blindly, because of his loyalty to the PMP LGBTQ plus party and the government at the time. Or is it rumored by Tesha Miller, Blackman and other members of this gang? Harry Bungus Daly, who it is rumored and alleged to supply the Clansman Gang the name of one of the witnesses who witnessed the killing of the late JUTC CEO in Spanish Town, and that witness was killed. Donovan O'Connor, he has his own gang of police officers. You understand what I'm saying? And if you are working with these people, any police officer who are close to these people, you have to be a thief. And the same thing goes with the red knight. Police officers are not friends with these people because they are good police officer. You have to be a thief to be close to these people. These people are not friends with police because of police work. You have to be one of those police who's willing to commit crimes. You understand what I'm saying? And good police, they have no use of them. They would use various tactics how to recruit these young police. It's called cherry tricks, where first, the young police, you give him a brand new 9mm pistol, and you give him with a police car or a bike or whatever, and you control him forever and do all the bidding for these people. You understand? And them commit all kind of crime. So the reason why even a man like Derek Cowboy Knight, the reason why Knight rose to the rank of Assistant Commissioner of Police, it's not because he's a hard worker, but because he's compromised and he had people up the top brass of the police force who protected him all these years, and politicians, because he was doing things for them. So when they're talking about the gangs in the police force, just remember who are the real gangsters. It's the gazette officers. These police officers in Clarendon, if they are going to talk, then we will know who are their boss, or who is the boss of this gang. Sometimes police would conjure up things and just arrest police officers and rumors, but you can see that something is really going on with this case. So there are a lot of gang members in the police force. In 2022, as a former police officer and a former detective, honestly, I am more afraid of the police officers in Jamaica, than the gunmen, although I hate the gunmen them with a passion. And the reason why I said that is because you don't know who's police and who's criminals in Jamaica. So that's the reality in 2022. Thanks for watching the Jamaica Young Police channel. Remember to like, share the video, and comment below. Express your thoughts. What's on your mind? Don't just keep it to yourself. Let's, share what you think. You understand? One love.